Hello and welcome into today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. My name is Kevin Hicks and I am your lead beat writer for the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI. And I am so grateful to be joining you on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Just got done with day one of Arizona State practices for week 8 of the college football season. The unranked Arizona State Sun Devils, who were 21st last week, suffered a humbling 42-10 defeat at the hands of the Utah Utes last week. They are obviously looking to move forward and get past that defeat. Kenny Dillingham has really done a great job of diffusing the situation, kind of acknowledging the off day that they had, that they didn't play their best, while also being hopeful and moving forward into the future, especially this week against a team that he believes is top 5 in the country, and they are knocking on the door of the top 5 right now. Texas Tech is ranked number 7 in the nation in the AP poll, and the closest game they've had all year was a 24-point victory over Houston, who Arizona State is playing right after Texas Tech. So, interesting path forward for the Sun Devils following this game. Their path to the Big 12 championship for a second consecutive season is significantly dimmed, especially with the injury news that has developed in the recent 72 hours or so that kind of throws a wrench in things a little bit. Like I brought up briefly in the previous show, Cyrus Fiaseu, not a starting linebacker, but a 2-deep linebacker, and he played quite a bit. He played a big role in the Arizona State run to the Big 12 championship in 2024. He is out for the season, having only played 4 games. The last game he participated in was Baylor on September 20th, and due to only playing in 4 games this season, he will likely look for a medical red shirt. That is a question that I asked Coach Dillingham, and he said that it is absolutely on the table because he had surgery and it's confirmed that he's out for the season. So we could be looking at Cyrus coming back next season. That's absolutely a possibility. But until then, we need to look at players that can step up in their absence. The most obvious is Martell Hughes, the sophomore linebacker who secured the game-winning interception on TCU's Josh Hoover 3 weeks ago. He is going to play a massive role behind Keyshawn Elliott and Jordan Crook, and he probably is going to be the leader alongside Cyrus in the linebacker room starting in 2026. There are some promising linebacker prospects in the room as well. Isaiah Josefa is one of them, a freshman. He could see some run, although I bet they prefer to keep his red shirt intact. Going to other injuries, Ben Coleman is out for the season. Unfortunate because he has really personified what it means to be a Sun Devil over the last several seasons. Absolute professional, great player, stabilizer to the offensive line, and it's just unfortunate right after he moves back to his natural spot of left guard, he gets injured and his college football career is over just like that. Jemeto Bigbo obviously will slot over at left guard after playing there 4 of the first 5 games of the season, I believe. The first 5 games of the season, and then he went back to the bench for the Utah game and came back in anyways. He's been pretty solid. He's been a pretty good player this season. PFF, I believe, has him graded as the highest offensive lineman on the Arizona State roster, so that's not a bad sign. You just prefer to have Coleman's presence. Coleman is a good player, and the leadership that he brings, the presence that he brings, just transcends the player he is. Wade Helton will continue to play at center after making his first career start for the Sun Devils against Utah. Xavier Alford, out for an extended period of time. I got the impression when talking to Coach Dillingham during the bye week that they would hope to have him back for the Texas Tech game or somewhere soon after. That doesn't seem like it's the case. He said that he will continue to be out for an extended period of time, and that they are hoping to have him back late in the season. I asked Coach if a red shirt's on the table for X as well today, and he said that we're not at that stage yet. We're not talking about that. That's not the focus. We'll get there when we get there. But the train of thought is very realistic. What if Xavier Alford comes back for one more year of college football next year? You only play him in 2 games to end the season, so he maintains that flexibility. And he comes back because that roster next year is going to be very, very heavy on underclassmen and juniors. Ghost Rouser is graduating. Boogie Wilson will likely be back, but you could mix and match him and Alford. Both of them are very, very good in coverage, and that would be a great thing for the Arizona State safety room for the secondary as a whole. As for right now, without Alford and possibly without Rouser and Boogie Wilson, I believe Rouser and Boogie will both play this Saturday against Texas Tech. But if not, you might have to look at 3 deep guys such as Jack Bell. You might have to even move a Montana Warren or Kendrick Breedlove to safety for this game. Its safety was one of the team's biggest strengths positionally going into the season, and now it is in serious limbo due to just the sheer volume of players being banged up. Now for other guys, Zach Swanson, I think he will continue to remain out. I don't know anything, but it would be my guess that he's out, and that means Ramar Williams will be called upon behind CJ Fight and Jacob Rich-Kangaika for a defensive front that struggled against the run for the first time in seemingly forever this last Saturday. And Sam Leavitt, that will be the conversation for the next several days. I believe that the general consensus is that Arizona State will have a fighting chance to defeat Texas Tech if Sam Leavitt is good to go, even if he doesn't have a full range of mobility. And I'll just say this, he looked good at practice today from what I saw. I can't speak a whole lot on it, but he definitely took reps today, and he did not look like a player that was wearing a walking boot just a few days ago. I can't speak on anything since I don't know anything, and I'd rather just let the experts and Coach Dillingham speak for me. But from the outside, I believe that he's probably improved quite a bit. Although I believe Jeff Sims playing is not out of question either. I think they are preparing Sims to play as well. It really is anybody's guess right now, but Sam Leavitt's health is obviously of paramount importance. They need him to win another Big 12 title. They need him to defeat most of these teams that they have on the rest of their schedule. That's not to say Jeff Sims isn't capable. You just need Sam Leavitt's leadership and all the intangibles that come with it. It's like, it's not a knock on Sims. It's the same as it's not a knock on Himeto Bigbo to say the Sun Devils need Ben Coleman. It's just certain players, what they bring transcends, what they bring intangibly transcends what they bring tangibly, and Leavitt has the tangibles and the intangibles, and he's just one of those program-changing players, and that's been the case, obviously, ever since he set foot in Tempe in December of 2023. He's a Sun Devil great already, and it's possible we're looking at him providing one last hurrah for this rendition of the Sun Devil football program in pursuit of another college football playoff spot. And that's really all I have for today. Thank you for continuing to support my show. Everything you do to support me each and every single day keeps me going, and I just cannot thank you enough for it. And I will see you tomorrow after Wednesday's practice.